Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Almighty Allah, the entirely merciful and especially merciful. Dear viewers across the planet, I greet you with the best greeting that has ever been used on this planet, the greeting of peace, the greeting of Muslims, the greeting that has been used by our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. May peace be unto all of you. Ameen. I'm reminding you that you are listening to and observing the episode under the name of the Oasis of Ramadan. Ramadan is so precious and so valuable for all of us, as the oasis is valuable for anyone who lives in the desert. They need every drop of water and every green area in it, and by the same token, we need the months of Ramadan for us to acquire a lot of things, to purify our hearts and souls, to get more ibadah, and to seek more blessings from Almighty Allah. And we do ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us all these things that we asked for in Ramadan and ending up with paradise. Ameen. In the previous episode, I covered the issue of this concept which is called tawqifiyya. We need to know slight terms, small terms, but they are very essential. Without them, we cannot be good Muslims. In order to do our ibadah well, we have to know this term. I explained it briefly in the previous episode, but I'll elaborate on it today. Tawqifiyya, that means as is. In other words, as we got it, as we learned it from Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we do it exactly as we got it. There is no way for us to make any change. If we don't have evidence, we'd better avoid doing that. We have evidence, we have solid evidence, and we said about evidence, it's either from the Holy Quran or from the authentic Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Very simple. So if something said that the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam did this and we don't have evidence, we'd better avoid this. If you have evidence and this evidence is authentic, do it. This evidence is solid, do it. There is a rule that scholars made to make life easy for us. How would you know? How would you judge that your ibadah is correct? With very little knowledge, I give you what the scholars say about this. It's very simple. You can put them in form of question mark. When, how many, the time, we mentioned it in when, the kind, the type of it, and how frequent. Let me put them again. When, where, how many, and the kind. All these are question words, and except the last one, the kind. Again, when, where, how many, and the kind, the type, the kind of the thing that you do. I'll explain this very easily, hoping that you will learn them. Any ibadah should be done in a specific time. This is number one, which we say when. For example, can I do Salat al-Maghrib at 1 a.m. in the morning? No. Can I do it after Asr? No. It usually has a specific time to be, unless you missed it and you are trying to recompensate for it. So there is a specific time for every ibadah. Can you do Hajj in the month of Ramadan? No. Of course, you cannot do it in the month of Ramadan. You have to do it in the month of Dhul Hijjah. So every ibadah should be done in a specific time. So you have all the time to be sure of the time. I hope this is very clear. Okay? The second condition is where. Can you do Hajj in Medina Munawwara? No. Can you do Hajj in Al-Masjid Al-Aqsa? No. Can you do Hajj in Masjid Al-Azhar? No, you cannot do that. It has to be done in Mecca. So every ibadah should be done in a specific place. For example, the salah. Can we do the prayer on the street? Yes, you can. Because the Prophet ﷺ said, وَجُعِلَتْ لِيَ الْأَرْضُ مَسْجِدًا وَطَهُورًا. The whole earth, the whole planet is made as a mosque, place valid for me to use it as a mosque. So this is the time and this is where. So every ibadah can be done. For example, can you do the fasting the whole month of Ramadan in the month of Shawwal? You cannot. So I hope you understand the concept of time and the place. And the third one is how many. Let's take how many. How many rak'ahs you pray Salat al-Dhuhr? Is it 4 or 5 or 3? It is 4. Why? What is our evidence? The act of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So how many? Can you do Salat Subh 3 rak'ahs? No. It should be 2 rak'ahs. So this is how many. So the issue of how many is very, very important for us. Can we fast the month 31 days? No. Because the Islamic month is either 29 or 30. So now these are the 3 conditions. How many? How many? Okay, let's say that we pay the zakah. Let's say the zakatul mal, 2.5 of the unused money annually. 2.5. Can we do it 1.5? No. Can we do it 2% only? No. It has to be 2.5%. So this is the issue of how many, the number. If the number that we are doing or somebody is doing is different, that means it's what? Incorrect ibadah. This is how you can judge your own ibadah and the other people of ibadah. How many rounds we do in tawaf? It is 7. Can we do it 8? No. It should be 7. Can we do it 5? No. It should be 7. And the same thing. And these are the 3 conditions. How many? When? Where? Okay. How? How do we do that? So the how is the way that we should do it. When we say takbir, can we make takbir like this, Allahu Akbar? No, because the Prophet ﷺ did not do it that way. Can we do it Allahu Akbar like this? No, we cannot. So it has to be done exactly like the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. Allahu Akbar. And the Prophet ﷺ did it like this. The 2 hands are parallel to the head, or the 2 hands are parallel to the shoulders. These are the only ways that the Prophet ﷺ, in every step in the salah, as many people nowadays, when they say, Sami Allahu liman hamida, and they would respond, Rabbana walakal hamdu wa shukru. As some people in some cultures do that. Is it right to say, Rabbana walakal hamdu wa shukru? No, because the Prophet ﷺ did not say ash-shukr here. The Prophet ﷺ said, Rabbana walakal hamdu. No word shukr. This is an invention in the prayer. In other words, innovation. No matter how many people do it, Allah is not going to change the religion for the sake of some people. What the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, Rabbana wa lakal hamdu, and unfortunately some people, out of lack of knowledge, out of ignorance, they added the word ash-shukr and the rest of the people listen to them and they imitate them. So in reality here, the Prophet Muhammad said, رَبَّنَا وَلَكَ الْحَمْدُ حَمْدًا كَثِيرًا طَيِّبًا مُبَارَكًا فِيهِ. But he didn't say the word ash-shukr, and this contradicts the definition of the word ibadah, as we mentioned before. Ibadah is as the Prophet Muhammad did it, not as my father did it, not as my mother did it, not as my homeland did it. No, it's exactly, this is a religion. It's not a cultural issue. We have to differentiate between these things. Try to imagine that if you have made all these mistakes in your lifetime, the only way is to correct yourself. And the last one is the type, and perhaps in the coming episode I will explain it again so that everything would be clear in the mind of people. We do thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for teaching us these things, for guiding us these things, for sending us our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam with all the details that he has in the authentic sunnah, so that we would do things correctly, hoping that inshallah we would access paradise. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. ممدوح نور الدين محمد.
كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم